finish our experience.
Well, this is all about time, so if I can't deliver this in 5 minutes, I can't do my job. I'm going to start with the last slide. This is called Why Ride. It's something I did a few years ago, based on the London Tube map and called the cycle line instead of the circle line. Of course, the circle line doesn't exist anymore, but we'll be quiet about that. And starting up with less cross instead of King's Cross, and reducing government spending in place of Westminster, and saying use your inner tube. But of course, that's London, and this is Coventry, so basically saying it's time, that's the message. And it's time to start thinking about taking cycling seriously. The problem, at the moment only 3% of journeys in Coventry are made by bike. Now that's still better than Birmingham, so we're doing one thing right. In the city of Groningen in Holland, it's 60%. So what can we do to turn that curve from 3 to 60%? In terms of the solution, there's a lot the council is doing. The council is starting to take pedal turns in the right direction. We've just had the Olympics, we've had Bradley Wiggins. There's £6 million due to be spent on cycling infrastructure. This proposal is all about marketing. So I've come up with a current tagline, Coventry Clockface Cycling City, probably going to be shortened just to Clockface Cov. 12369, Nuneaton, Rugby, Warwick, Solihull. Basically, you imagine a clock face, you go around each hour, and that corresponds roughly, there's around 12 routes in and out of Coventry. And the proposal is to provide a very simple, easy to use map for these routes. It links in, a couple of months ago, Coventry City Council started to take care of health promotion instead of the NHS, or alongside the NHS. So eat well, exercise well, enjoy yourself. That's the message. What I'd be looking to do would be designate. The first step is for the council to designate and agree to doing the routes. Second step is doing the map, and the third is signage. Assistance I'm looking for contacts in tourism, city promotion, infrastructure, marketing. Secondly is towards developing an application for this, that's not my field. And thirdly is actually signs on the street. So for example, the route heading out towards Rugby, which would go out to, through Binley, signs, that would be route 3, so signage with QR codes so people can go back on, can check on an app, saying route 3 Rugby, and continuous repetition, at least every couple of hundred yards, so people know. Signage at the moment in Coventry, I'm afraid, absolutely terrible. Cycle routes, we've got 1 or 2 good ones, and it will get a lot better. But the marketing, the promotion, we're really only just starting. Is this sustainable? Well, of course it's sustainable. Currently, only around 1% of the transport budget goes on cycling. Coventry is going to be spending around £6 million on cycling in the next 2 to 3 years with the grant from the DFT. And I'm proposing that around 1% of that, so 1% of the 1%, that's all I'm asking for, goes on branding and marketing. And the payback of that should be many times the money put in, and it's a one-off cost. And I think that's all I've got to say. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. You've got time for questions. Any questions? Brilliant.
Go on, I'll have a quick one. In Birmingham, you mentioned Birmingham, cycling in Birmingham, and I'm a cyclist around Birmingham.
Yep.
There are, I would say, lip service token bike lanes around and various very badly designed. Investment has gone in, but not enough to really make Coventry a real proper, give it a good chance of being a cycling friendly city. You're talking, are you not talking about serious investment and major infrastructure overhaul for that?
Absolutely, but I'm here just to talk about the map. If you want to talk about the infrastructure, then I was told not to talk about a £2 million project. That's a £1 million project. If you want the answer, I asked the Transport Minister spoke on this on Thursday. There was a conference in London, 200 people there. I'm afraid Coventry wasn't represented. There was someone from Birmingham, good for them. All I said is, look, whether or not you in this room are in favour of high speed 2, that's up to you. But all we're asking for is 1 mile. 1 mile of high speed 2 would make Coventry up to Dutch standards. So that's, simple as that.
Do we want to be as good as the Dutch?
Yes. Well,
No, that's fair. That's fair enough.
if you don't, that's fine. Let's have the arguments in the pub, But I think most people do accept, even drivers, even Jeremy Clarkson accepts. He thinks that Copenhagen's the model, but we'll let him off. That Copenhagen's 40%.
Okay, I'm making a beeping noise.
Fine.
So step off that stove box and get.